Do you have a favorite theme or holiday where you love to dress up for? For us, it's Oktoberfest. We love to participate in the local activities and events that are going on, and I love to bring some special appetizers to go with that. I also love some of the small gatherings we're having that let me make some wonderful fall appetizers. I have all of that in this video. Let's get to the kitchen. Let's get started. This first appetizer was the perfect thing to bring to a small event with my friends. We had little appetizers and salads, and I brought this stuffed puff pastry with olives. I'm going to show you how I made it. I start with a pan that I add some olive oil, and I'm going to cook down some portobello mushrooms that I chopped into little pieces. To that, I'm going to mince in some fresh garlic, about 1 to 2 cloves, and then I'm going to add a little more oil, some salt and pepper, and I'm going to add the lid so this reduces down and steams and finishes cooking. And then once it's done, I'm going to set it to the side, and now I'm going to work with our pastry sheets. I have a package of frozen puff pastry sheets. It comes 2 to a box. I am going to only need 1 for this recipe. I am going to open it up. I let it thaw in the fridge so it was easy and pliable, and I'm pinching the seams together, and now I'm taking a 3-inch bowl that has a sharp edge so I can cut out 3-inch circles out of the pastry sheets. I end up with 9 of the circles, and I'm going to put them on a baking sheet, and then I'm going to prick little holes in them with a fork. This helps from it puffing up too much, and I'm going to put it into my 425-degree oven for only 5 minutes. They just have to get lightly browned and puff up a little. While they're doing that, I'm going to take this Jubilee olives, so it's mixed olives, and I'm going to cut them in half. Now that my puff pastry is puffed a little bit and golden brown, I'm going to top them with about a spoonful of those cooked mushrooms. I'm going to get a little bit on each, and then I'm going to put it back into the oven just for a few minutes, just till it heats through again. After a few minutes and they're warm again, I'm going to add the goat cheese. Crumbled goat cheese, fresh goat cheese goes on top, as well as those olives that I have cut in half. I'm sprinkling those on top, and I didn't have this on hand, but I would sprinkle some fresh thyme sprigs on here. That would give it a great finishing touch, as well as a little bit of olive oil. But the olives are so briny, and they go so good with the earthiness of the mushrooms, and the goat cheese has that perfect tang, and it's all on that crispy little pillow bed. It is so good. The puff pastry. It was the perfect addition to the spread we enjoyed that evening. I think this appetizer is one that would be great at any fall party or any event you have. This next appetizer is all about Oktoberfest. We love to dress up and go attend all the local events where we can enjoy different brews and festivities in our attire. One of the things I enjoy making is a charcuterie board to take with us to some of the breweries when they don't offer full food menus. So what I did is I take these chicken sausages, I have a package of those, and my husband actually stir-fried them up so they got a little caramelization. I'm taking this brie wheel, I'm putting it into this little ceramic dish. I'm going to score it on top, put it into the air fryer for just about 5 minutes so it can just get a little more melted and warmed up. I have these German style pickles, and a lot of this came from Aldi. They offer such great charcuterie items, different things like nuts and crackers and deli meats, like these beef snack sticks they had that I thought would go great on here, and also some gourmet cheeses. I love Aldi for their unique cheeses, and I found this honey I'd rather be at the sea, so it has honey and sea salt, such a great flavor. And then also this truffle goat cheese. This is a specialty item, seasonal, and it goes so well with all of these other items. You gotta have sauce, so I have some German style mustard and a little bit of ranch, and then I just added some butter crackers to the sides. And then the rest I'm going to assemble as we get there. Cover this with foil and we're ready to go. I threw some toothpicks in the sausages and the pickles, and everything worked so well together. And look, this is so low key. It was just about throwing something together real quick, making it super easy, and having the best things to nibble on while we enjoyed our beers and we played some Oktoberfest themed bingo. Had a great time. My husband poured his beer in his stein that he loves, and we had a great time. And you want to hear something funny? We were dressed up and went to another location. They weren't having any Oktoberfest activities, but when they saw us dressed up, they asked if we would pose with their Oktoberfest beers and show them off, and they used us for their Facebook ad. It was so funny and perfect. Keeping to the theme of Oktoberfest, I'm making another appetizer that I took to a small gathering. I'm starting with this beef sausage, and I'm adding it to a fry pan with a little bit of olive oil, and this is already cooked. I just want to get a little bit of caramelization on there. That's going to bring out all that wonderful flavor. Once caramelized on both sides, I'm going to remove them from the heat. I'm going to keep the heat on, and I'm going to add 2 onions that I've sliced to the hot oil. I'm going to get those reduced and caramelized, and they're going to add flavor from all those drippings of the sausage. I'm going to add some salt and pepper to that and just let that keep cooking and reducing down. Once I have the consistency I want, the caramelization I'm looking for, I'm going to add my sausages back into the pan with the onions just to get those heated through again. And now I'm ready to start working on my potatoes. I love to use my mandolin when I have a lot of vegetables that I want to get the right same consistent thickness. And for these, I want about 1/4 of an inch thick, and I adjust it until they look just like this. And this is the perfect consistency, the perfect thickness to hold all the things I'm going to put on top of it. Now, these are russet white potatoes, and I use about 3 to 4 for this recipe, but I went ahead and just sliced up more of them to have on hand for my family. I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit of olive oil and some salt and pepper, and I'm just going to shake this up until it's all coated. And then I'm going to place these flat onto my baking sheet, and I'm leaving space between them so they get cooked on all sides. And this is ready to go into a 400-degree oven for about 40 minutes, but I will flip them about halfway through. Now fully cooked, I'm going to put them on my serving tray, and I am ready to load them up. I'm going to put about a forkful of some sauerkraut on top, and then I'm going to top them with the onions and the sausage mixture, and then I'm going to top them with a little bit of Swiss cheese shredded up. And I'm going to go ahead and cover this with foil and ask my friend to the party we're going to if they would leave their oven on, and I'll just leave them in there for a few minutes to melt that cheese. But if I were serving this myself at home, I would go ahead and just leave it to the side, and right before guests arrive, I would pop it in the oven or the air fryer for just a few minutes since everything's cooked, just to melt that cheese. But we're ready to go to our little gathering. These were a great addition to the spread that we enjoyed that night. I served it up with some German mustard, and you could also use bratwurst if you don't want to use the smoked beef sausage or any kind of sausage you want to use. That was also served that evening with some sweet potatoes with pecans and blue cheese and this wonderful orzo salad. We had such a good time. I love my monthly group that gets together and celebrates wonderful tasting food, and this occasion was no different with our Oktoberfest fall themed foods. Now let's make the world's best party dip, starting with 2 blocks of cream cheese.
1 cup of mayonnaise. I have here green onions that I've chopped. It's about 5 green onions. 2 cups of shredded cheddar cheese. Gonna add my red pepper and my 2 cans of water chestnuts that I've chopped using my manual food chopper. It's the easiest way to get these little bitty pieces since everything's going in the same dip. 1 teaspoon of garlic powder and 1 teaspoon of onion powder. Now we're going to mix this all together with my hand mixer. I'm going to spray my 9x12 casserole dish. And now we'll add all of this in here. I have some Ritz crackers. Just gonna crush those over the top. This will go into a 375-degree oven for 35 minutes. All right, out of the oven, I have this green jalapeno jelly. Any brand or variety will do. I warmed it up in the microwave, and I'm just gonna drizzle that all on top of here. Oh yeah. And then I cooked a package of bacon. This is about 3/4 of the package. I cooked it in the air fryer. So, got it all nice and crispy. And let's top it. Oh, that's perfect. With some green onions. And I elevated it on my tray here. We're gonna serve it with these butter crackers.
And this is ready to serve. My guests loved this. It was the perfect thing for them to enjoy as they arrived. And my husband absolutely loved this. He couldn't stop eating it. Now you'll have to try it to determine if it's the world's best party dip. I'll let you decide. And if you do try it, leave it in the comments. Let me know what you thought. Thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you liked this video, be sure to subscribe and click the bell to see more. I'll see you soon.